No army was crossing the border, no tank was advancing, no bomb had fallen on the cities, and yet a nation could be paralyzed in mere minutes. This was a war in which the ground was silent, where no screams were heard, no explosions echoed. This war was not fought on maps, it was fought on radar screens in the heights of the sky, where a single wrong signal, a delayed decision, and just a few seconds could change the course of history. This war was not fought on land, this war was fought in the sky. In 1940, Europe was burning. One by one, countries fell before German power, as if they were being erased from the map, but Poland had fallen. Silent. Norway had collapsed. The Netherlands and Belgium were defeated within days. And then, France. Mighty France, once considered invincible, went quiet within weeks. Now, only one country stood in all of Europe, Britain. Nazi Germany's eyes were fixed on this island, but there was one obstacle. The sea. Germany knew that crossing the British Navy was impossibly as long as the skies remained under British control. And as long as Britain's air force survived, a land invasion was nothing but a dream. That is why Hitler decided, first, the skies must be broken. The Luftwaffe launched their attacks. Bombers, escorted by fighter planes, crossed the channel, heading toward British radar stations, airfields, factories, and cities. It was not just bombing, it was an attempt to suffocate Britain had few planes, every aircraft was precious, every pilot irreplaceable. Pilots were exhausted. They hadn't slept for days. Many had watched their comrades fall from the burning sky. Yet there was one thing Germany could not see, a silent advantage, a hidden eye. Radar. A technology that could spot the enemy before they were even visible, and this quiet advantage would soon give birth to history's most famous aerial battle. Radar changed the course of the war. The enemy no longer came unseen, they were spotted from afar. Before their bombs could knock on doors. British fighter pilots were no longer sent blindly. They did not wander the skies. Voices from radar rooms guided them. Altitude, speed, direction. And the pilots headed straight for the enemy. Every sortie was calculated, every plane, a mission. Every turn, a decision. Above the clouds, where the ground was invisible, a single mistake was not just an accident, it meant death. One wrong angle, a moment's delay, and a plane would be engulfed in flames, vanishing into the clouds. Below, cities were burning, homes were reduced to rubble. Civilians endured the bombings at night, unaware if they would see the next morning. And above, amid that inferno, British pilots kept returning. With damaged planes, with empty ammunition, and despite the exhaustion on their faces, their eyes burned with determination, because this was not just a battle, it was a fight to buy time. It was a war to keep a nation alive, and the sky, on that very day, was deciding which side history would favor. Germany changed its strategy. The targets were no longer military bases. Now, the cities themselves were the target. Sirens wailed through the nights. London was burning. Flames rose to the sky, and smoke hid the stars. These attacks were meant to spread fear. It was thought that if the civilians broke, the nation would kneel. But this decision did not prove advantageous for Germany. As bombs rained on the cities, British air bases got time to breathe. Runways were cleared once more. Damaged planes in hangars were repaired, and the squadrons, which had been scattered, began to reorganize. Pilots, their faces etched with exhaustion, returned to the briefing rooms, eyes focused on the maps, and the sky was calling once again. Planes took to the air again. Every sortie was more organized than before. Every attack was more precise than before. Slowly, Britain's grip on the skies grew stronger. Where once German formations had passed unhindered, there was now resistance. Day by day, the Luftwaffe suffered greater losses. And day by day, the truth became clear. Britain was no longer merely surviving, it was beginning to win. The sky was bending, and history, silently, was changing its course. That's all for now. For more videos, like our channel and subscribe. It won't cost you anything, but it will help us a lot. Thank you.